Oh, you just pressed play on This Week with Drunk Astrology. My name is Graham Breitenstein. I'm your astrologer and the creator of Drunk Astrology. If you're looking for someone to make astrology make sense to you and for you, well, my friend, you have come to the right place. Here on this podcast, we discuss the weekly cosmic weather. And when we break it down, we break it down. I believe that astrology can be used as a tool to inform your daily decisions and enhance your day-to-day life. So if you're ready to have a hell of a lot of fun with astrology, make some strategic decisions, and to just keep it real, well, that journey starts right now. Hello, and happy Sunday to you, my astro-loving friends. It's another week, it's another podcast. This is your episode for the week of October 3rd through the 9th, 2022. I hope that you had an amazing week. How's your weekend been going? Mercury station direct late in the hours of the night on Sunday the 2nd at, where's my timing? 2:07 a.m. Pacific. And baby, all weekend long, the tech on your astrologer's end has been a nightmare. Imagine. It's like, yeah, this stuff is written. Uploading my reading subscriptions to YouTube has been a god-awful nightmare. Thankfully, it is over and done with. So those readings are out. So if you're listening to this and you are a reading subscriber, make sure you check your inbox because your monthly readings are there, your weekly readings are there, and if you are interested in a reading subscription, you have an option, daily, weekly, or monthly. Go ahead to thatdrunkastro.com. You know the link is always in the show notes, as well as a lot of other useful things, including timestamps. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can now find timestamps. So if you want to jump from the intro to the moons or jump from the intro to the Planetary Breakdown, well, baby, you can do that now because your astrologer used Mercury retrograde as an opportunity to figure out how to enhance your listening experience. And yeah. Everything is online. I swear to you. Just everything. You can find literally everything online. So yes, if you are a YouTube subscriber, and if you're not a YouTube subscriber, I'm really trying to get past the 100 mark so I can change my URL, because right now it's long and ridiculous, and I really want to just be youtube.com/drunkastrology, but I can't customize my URL until I get to that 100 subscriber mark. So even if you're not really a YouTuber, if you're listening to this, if you could just go subscribe on YouTube so that then I can customize that URL. Yeah, that's okay. That's it. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so as far as the overarching energy of this week, it is the last week before Eclipse season begins. So now longtime listeners, you know that I have been prepping you for this fall and winter because Miss Universe, Lady Universe up there, she gets real active and wild. Okay, and we're in the buildup. We're in the final little buildup now. I hope those of you that are on the Cosmic News Train, the Drunk Astrology newsletter, I hope that if you haven't already, you will listen to the October horoscope that I sent to you yesterday on the 1st of October, because this month has a lot of twists and turns. Okay, you've got 3 planets stationing direct. You've got another planet, Mars, stationing retrograde. We have an Aries full moon this week. We have Pluto stationing this week. Mercury has already stationed. Vesta, one of our favorite little asteroids up there, stations direct this week. And we have eclipse season beginning under that Aries full moon at the very end of the week. So we have a lot of kind of like about face, right? We're turning directions now. And I go into way more detail on that monthly horoscope. So if you are someone who has not yet subscribed to the newsletter and you want those types of free offerings, then click the link in the show notes and get on the Cosmic News train, because I'm sending out monthly horoscopes, new and full moon horoscopes, and it's all free to subscribers. And you can actually just get in and just know what the heck is going on a deeper level past what we talk about each week here on the podcast. So it's literally designed to help you understand more of your current situations. And then when we get into one-on-one readings, that's when we go real in depth. We look at your chart and go, let's talk about your cycles. Let's talk about the season that you specifically are in based on your own natal birth chart. So, yes, this week hosts a lot of events. They are more so at the later half of the week, but when a planet like Pluto stations, we have to give him 5 days before and 5 days after. So that makes this week and next week one of a direction shift. So we're going to start feeling this on Monday, October 3rd. That's the first of the days that we're going to feel Pluto station. So depending on where you have 26 degrees of Capricorn or of any of the cardinal signs, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, if you have anything at or around 26 degrees in those signs, you are going to feel this about face. Now, we're all going to feel it because Pluto in his retrograde has slowed or halted progress. But the reason that he is asking you, and he asks you this every single year, our outer planets every single year, 4 to 5 months retrograde. But from a Pluto perspective, it is asking you to evaluate things on a molecular level, or to look at your current situation, the things that you've been trying to put forward since April 29th. That's when he stationed retrograde, April 29th. So if you kind of look between, top of May through Saturday, that's when he'll officially station, but we're going to be filling the buildup all this week. In that time period, where have you felt, and if you look at your chart, then you'll get an idea of like, oh, and you can understand more of like, oh, okay. Like, so for me, for instance, Capricorn is my 5th house. And that is self-expression. That is, it can be even like self-esteem, self-confidence, romance, love, creative expression. And I have done deep dives on social media platforms, understanding how to use social media as a way to expand your business, grow your business. But I haven't implemented a lot of the things that I've learned. Every now and then I get there, but then, it's been like, oh, and now I'm slowly starting to feel like, oh, now I'm understanding how I can schedule this out and map this out so that I'm more present on, with my social media presence and building my newsletter list and, all of those things. So Pluto's, slowed me down, and also dug up some of the deep-rooted, I guess, I'll say issues, some of my own deep-rooted issues around, speaking about all aspects of myself, sharing my experiences, and some that were dark and, not really kosher, and also, sharing those as well, and being outspoken about that, because the 5th house is the Leo ruled house, so it's like, where we want to live loud and proud and big. So anyway, you'll get a sense in the monthly horoscopes, if you haven't already listened to that, you'll get a sense of like, oh, because I go sign by sign, and just to where you can expect to feel some of the lift from this Pluto stationing to go forward again. So all week long, we're gonna be feeling that Pluto pivot. Ooh, I like that, Pluto pivot. We also have Yom Kippur. So to all my Jewish friends, I hope you have a blessed Yom Kippur and an easy fast, because it's the last day of Rosh Hashanah. And let's see, Vesta, we talked about now that Mercury has stationed and moving forward again. He is now going to be in his post-retrograde shadow phase until the 17th. So this is the phase that I like to call the cosmic cleanup. He is going to make his third and final trine to Pluto on Thursday. He is going to make his final opposition to Jupiter next week. Those are the two defining aspects that Mercury's been making in this retrograde story. So remember, you can go back to August 21st through September 9th and see, how were the things that were taking place, meetings, conversations, hearing from people, hearing from the people from your past. How was that section of time a preview of then what the retrograde cycle was itself? That was from September 9th now to October 2nd, right? So you can kind of evaluate and go, okay, chapter 1, August 21st, September 9th. Understood. Now, meat of the story, right? The more like climactic part of the story. September 9th through October 2nd. Well, now, theoretically speaking, you have all the information that you need now, and now we pick back up where we left off, right? So any stalled conversations, anything that's just been a little like confusing, or you don't feel like you have a full understanding of the picture. Now, Mercury moving forward and reconnecting with Pluto and Jupiter. So Pluto this week, and then Jupiter next week. Now this is the season of positive change. If you've been feeling like, I know Graham keeps saying this, and that it's, even if you don't see it, or even if there's no evidence of it yet, the evidence starts coming. And the energy starts shifting this week with Mercury and Pluto both stationing and moving forward. So that's going to be great. So Saturday hosts the Pluto station, and then Sunday afternoon, we've got the Aries Full Moon. And that full moon is potent because it launches us into eclipse season, but it also yanks on that Aries new moon, the astrological new year that we had on March 31st of this year. So you want to go back to end of March, first 2 weeks of April, and see what seeds were you planting. Now, I have a whole list of notes here for me because I've already gone back and looked at all of my new moons. I've looked at my Pluto. With Pluto, you want to go back the week before, leading up to April 29th, and the week following, so that first week of May. And you just see like, oh my gosh. And that's what I've really seen. I was doing it last night, and Herman was here with me, and I was like, oh my gosh. These were all the things that were going on with me. These were all the things that were going on with you. And now we can expect these things to pick back up in a transformative way and move forward. And that's great. And that's really the energy of October, is this, okay, let's pick this back up again. Even with one of my affiliate relationships, I don't know if anyone listening uses the skincare brand Youth to the People, but I have an affiliate relationship with them, and it's a great one. I absolutely love working with them. I love being a partner, or let me not say partner. I love being an affiliate with them. I have a discount code and everything. And their affiliate program, like the codes have been shut down because they're doing some back-end work. Hello, Mercury retrograde. So I reached out, and just because I didn't know that, and I was trying to share my link and promo code, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for the people that were trying it. So I reached out, and, they let me know, oh, hey, like that's all shut down right now because we're doing back-end work, yada, yada. And these guys sent me a ginormous box. I mean, it's got, I think I counted seven or nine products in there. And was like, good Lord. But okay. And when I looked back at my Pluto, when Pluto stationed direct on April 29th, that's when I first joined the affiliate program with them. So, it's just like, wow, here, astrology in motion. But I was talking about that Aries full moon. And yeah, okay, got distracted, but hey. Oh, because I was talking about doing all my tracking. Yes, tracking the Pluto phase, tracking the Mercury phase, and then with the Aries full moon, jumping back to what was going on. So I hope that you do the same, just so you understand the cycles more when you look back. This is why I really encourage not necessarily journaling. I mean, you can if that feels good to you, but like bullet pointing your day to day as you go on. Now, I'm Virgo as all get out. So my schedule, my planner is like the bottom half all astrology, top half my day-to-day life. So that you can go back and say, "Oh, that's who I was talking to. That's what was on my mind. That's what I was feeling." Sometimes I put didn't go to sleep till 4 a.m. This is what was on my mind. But it's not like dear diary, I am really seeing and feeling that so-and-so won't show up for me the way that it is. It's more like quick little bullet points, enough that trigger my memory to go, oh, yeah, that's right. Or that's when I had a kerfuffle with my lover. That's when I had, whatever. You do whatever makes sense for you, but I highly suggest doing some sort of day-to-day bullet pointing, or just kind of a breeze through of this was my day, and just quick little notes for yourself. And eventually, I really want to do a drunk astrology planner, because the way mine's laid out, and if I could make that, I need to find a wholesale planner company or something to where I can come in and kind of organize my own thing. If anyone knows something like that, please let me know, because I would love to get you all journals, so that or not journals, planners, like how I use it, because the way I use it is just bam, and I can already load in the astrology for you, and then you just have to dreams. And speaking of dreams, why don't we shift into the moons? So we're going to do the moons of the week, and we are in the back part of the zodiac. So we are, really looking at our work. We're looking at our tribe, our people, our friends, our colleagues, and endings and creativity. And then at the end of the week, we have that Aries full moon, which initiates a whole new cycle. It wraps up the 6-month cycle, but then it really ask us to evaluate, hey, if you manifested under that Aries new moon, which is the cosmic new year, the astro new year, how are you doing? This is your midway check-in point. So on Monday, October 3rd, the moon is in Capricorn. It is a busy day. There's 6 aspects. And the last of which is a void, of course. So at 8:49 p.m., remember all the times I give you in the podcast are Pacific Daylight. So void at 8:49 p.m. with a conjunction to Pluto. Conjunctions with the moon can go either way, especially when we're talking about Pluto, who is a part of this Mercury retrograde story. So, that season of positive change, hopefully you're feeling that with the Capricorn moon as well. On Tuesday, October 4th, the moon enters Aquarius at 3:20 a.m., makes lovely, lovely, lovely aspects. There's a sextile to Jupiter. We love a trine to Venus, a trine to the sun. We love all of that. Tuesday is a great day, especially with your friends and with groups and communities. Great day to connect. On Wednesday the 5th, the Aquarius moon makes nice aspect. There is a square to Uranus, so kind of a little something has to change, something has to, some kind of adjustment. It can be a little frustrating, but remember, squares require action to overcome the energy, to get on the other side of it. It goes void at 3:46 p.m. on Wednesday with a trine to Mars. So the Aquarius moon is just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Tuesday, Wednesday, chef's kiss days. Then on Thursday, October 6th, the moon enters Pisces at 5:47 a.m., only makes one adjustment to Venus late at night. So quiet day on Thursday, even though we do have the Mercury-Pluto trine that day. So, but there's momentum, there's movement on Thursday, which is great. Now, Pisces moons, we can be a little sleepy, we could be a little tired. We might want to just kind of relax on Thursday. Maybe a lot going on leading up to that, just because the moons are busy but working nicely leading up to them. On Friday the 7th, the Pisces moon makes, 2 adjusting aspects, a nice one with Uranus, and a conjunction to Neptune. Ooh, okay, there we go. That's a nice little energy. That's at night, so that's at 9:40 p.m. So you might really find that you're in bed early on Friday night, dreaming, floating. Be careful with the substances, i.e., if you have any kind of, if you're drinking, make sure you're drinking lots of water in between. If you are smoking something or ingesting some other kind of substance, make sure you are, doing so responsibly. Conjunctions to Neptune with the moon, you might overdo it a little bit. And if you know anyone, or you yourself are someone that has any kind of substance abuse problem, Friday night, it's a great time to check in on your people, make sure that they're good. And if you are someone that needs some extra support, this weekend would be a great time to just say, hey, can I lean on you a little bit? Because I'm feeling a little something, or I just, would just like some extra support. On Saturday, October 8th, the Pisces moon goes void at 4:10 a.m. opposite to Mercury. Okay, so Mercury's like doing its thing. So you could find that there is a Pisces moon going void opposite to Mercury. That's funny. So, kind of like what's real, what's not, what's true, what's fact, what's not. Mercury in Virgo is a task maker and tangible. He's mutable earth, and Pisces is mutable water. So the mutable water, the Pisces moon, might be a little like, oh, it could be so many things. It could be this, it could be that, and a little wishy-washy. And then Mercury is like, hey, no. What is it? Let's define it. This needs to be something I can see, touch, feel, and manage. So there's a little bit of a kerfuffle energy to that Pisces moon with that closing aspect. Then at 8:57 a.m., the moon on Saturday shifts into Aries. It has a conjunction to Jupiter. We love that energy at 12:37 p.m. Sunday, the moon is in Aries, and it has the full moon at 1:55 p.m., 16 degrees and 33 minutes of Aries. So you want to go look at all your cardinal, especially Aries, if you have anything, 14 to 18 degrees of Aries, or Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. This Aries full moon is talking to you in a big way. Then on Monday the 10th, the Aries moon goes void at 7:02 a.m. with a square to Pluto. So that does make that full moon, well, we already know full moons are climactic, and we'll go into detail with that when I send you the full moon report for all 12 signs. Get on the news list. But with a square to Pluto, there is some sort of struggle, strife, friction, tension with a need to change, with a call to change. Remember, that's what Pluto slowed you down for. What needs to change on a molecular level? Are there limiting belief systems that you're functioning off of that aren't even true to you, that aren't even true to your story, but because you were told something at one point a long time ago, you are still functioning under that belief system, but that's not even your belief system, right? So this full moon's going to climax something, and if you go back to the first 2 weeks of April, you'll kind of get the idea. I was having a little bit of imposter syndrome under that Aries new moon, and I really kicked that ish to the curb because I realized it was just some, negative, toxic influence that even implanted that belief system into my brain, into my molecular DNA, and my astro-cosmic DNA said, that ain't yours, boo. That's somebody else's insecurity trying to keep you down. And I said, oh, is that where that came from? Okay. Yeah, you're not invited. Goodbye. Blocked. Delete. Thank you. Anyway, I'm sure those of you listening are like, okay, yeah, I get it. At least I hope you're like that. You're probably laughing at me, but I hope that you're using it to apply to yourself as well, to where you might be feeling some of the same things or realizing, having some of the same aha moments. Okay, those are the moons. Now, we've already talked a little bit about the planets, but let's just do a quick little breeze through, and we're going to get you on your way. Vesta stations direct. Now, Vesta is the asteroid of home and hearth, right? Your body is your temple, also just your home environment. It has been retrograde. It's stationing direct at 23 degrees Aquarius. Okay, so what else is in Aquarius? Saturn, right? So building the infrastructure of, like, I'll use my chart as an example. This is my 6th house, health and wellness. And this is also under the Pluto station. But with Saturn in my 6th house, I started a workout program back at the end of April. And Saturn cleaning up my 6th house, getting organized, getting back on the wellness track, and taking care of myself, nutrition, working out consistently, holding myself accountable, getting my routine back in order. Well, Vesta in that same area of my chart is, retrograde has been kind of a little like, it's required a lot more focus and extra attention. But now with Vesta moving forward and Saturn's going to be moving forward later this month as well, it's starting to be like, oh my gosh, yes, now I can start to see how I can organize it's taken a while, it's been about 4 or 5 months, but I can see now how I can organize each and every day so that it's not like, where can I fit this in? I just know, oh no, that's when it's happening. So, you can, again, look at your chart, find Aquarius, 23 degrees, or of any fixed sign, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. If you got anything, maybe between 21, 25, Vesta, you're going to feel that lift off as well. Mercury has his 3rd and final trine to Pluto on Thursday. Go back to August 22nd, September 27th, and now here on October 6th, you're having the 3rd and final catch up or clean up of that story from around those dates. Give Mercury a cushion of like 1 to 2 days, right? So the dates I just gave you, just kind of go and like, oh, okay, all right, I see how that's, or I can expect this to pick up again, or I need to follow up on these dates and move the story, move the situation, the conversation forward. On Friday could be a bit of a boo-hoo day because the sun is opposite Chiron, our wounded healer. That also happens to be the day that my cousin Aaron gets married. So I just know I'm not able to make it, but I just know that there's not going to be a dry eye in the house because it's going to be like a powerful, and it's a Pisces moon. Oh my God, people are going to be so boo-hooey. But just remember that when Chiron is aspected, the sun's shining a bright light on your, on like a trigger, on a wound, on a trauma even. But just know that the highlight from the sun, one, it's meant to warm you up, right? But it's also meant to show you like, hey, work with this story in a new way. Turn pain into gold in some way, shape, or form. It just can be, that can be a bit of a like transformative emotional experience. So let it be, you don't have to resist it. You don't have to hesitate to go there. How about we put that on it? On Saturday, Pluto stations direct at 2:56 p.m. We've already talked about that. And on Sunday at 1:55 p.m., we've talked about the Aries Full Moon, launching us into eclipse season. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep reminding you, especially after Sunday. So for the next several weeks, when eclipse season begins, I will encourage you, this is what I'm going to say, to take a spiritual sabbatical. You don't want to manifest during the eclipses. They are too wild, frenetic, and unexpected. And instead, you want to do less to receive more. Okay? This is a time where you really want to put your faith in yourself, trust in yourself, and faith and trust in the universe, that what you've been doing up until this point is working for you, not against you, right? You want to create space with time, with energy, with love, with everything that you're calling in for yourself. You want to trust that it's moving. And we'll talk about this more. It's in the October horoscope, but I'll mention it later on in later weeks for the eclipses, your timeline of events. And it's important to realize what the story is. You locate the story, and then you see, I have a pin drop in that time. I have a pin drop in that time. Now I'm dropping the third pin in this story. And it's evolving. I'm evolving. It is Taurus Scorpio eclipses are no friggin' joke. But after Sunday, the 9th, it's anything goes time. Okay, so you can just kind of expect the external environment to get more energetic, if anything, right? Eclipses are not, I don't say all of this to cause panic or stress or anxiety. That's not the point. It's just so, because eclipses can be curveballs energy, right? It can throw you a curve. Or curveballs can be happening around you, and it's events that can be extreme and go wait, what? It's during eclipses is when we really kind of wake up and the news headline, you're like, wait, what? That happened? So I don't want you to be caught off guard. I want you to expect the unexpected, but I do not want you to wake up every single day in terror. That is not the point. Okay? It's just you just expect the unexpected. And sometimes it's not an event. Sometimes it's literally an aha moment. We're talking Taurus, Scorpio here. Taurus can be like a physical, tangible event. Scorpio is more that deep epiphany, that spiritual aha, or a reconnection to your personal power, your sense of personal authority. So it ranges, okay? So it's not like everyone during eclipse season is like, oh my God, that it's an event that you go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So I'm just preparing you across the board, okay? And that's it. I'll encourage you, again, get on that news list so you get all these free horoscopes, fresh horoscopes, full moon, new moon reports. And check out reading subscriptions. They're changing frigging lives, okay? It's just a great way to just, keep your cosmic tune-up, whether it's a weekly, whether it's a monthly, whether it's a daily. You have options, so click the link in the show notes and get thee there, okay? All right, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful week. Here we go. Bye. This is Graham Breitenstein, and you've been listening to This Week with Drunk Astrology. If you want to follow Drunk Astrology, head to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and hit that follow button. And if you want to learn how to put astrology in motion for you, head to drunkastro.com and get on the insider list. If you haven't already, subscribe, rate, and review this podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Google platforms. Tune in next week for yet another opportunity to work in sync with the stars. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.